Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague, and we're going to be getting ready to go into game number 2 in just a moment. It's Team Dog versus EG. But before we do, game 1, EG took it over VP. I think someone mentioned in the cast, not really surprised or expected. I think it might have been you, Bruno. But at the same time, VP, they looked pretty okay. But EG's lineup, just really solid in terms of a lineup. And Mason, I have to say, even though there were some great plays by everybody, his most played hero, we checked it out backstage on Dota Buff, was Weaver. 75% win ratio. So EG pretty much just brought in a specialist. Right. They put him on the Weaver. He performed 12-1 and like whatever. And but he was well protected in his lane, and he was kind of uncontested going into the mid game. So what did you make of him? And do you think, you know, Team Dog watching that are going to be like, yeah, okay, you brought in someone that likes Weaver, we'll take it away?
Well, it was a big advantage for them. They could get PPD so many levels so fast, because once that Visage got level 4 2 minutes into the game, they said, okay, we don't really need to keep anyone just next to that Weaver, because the guy has money, that guy has level. If we rotate, the Weaver will always be safe, and because we have that safety net, we can actually make something happen on the other lane. So that Wraith King moved around, PPD and the Visage moved around, and that was key for them. Even though RTC didn't have the best of early games, and they kind of traded more or less even with the Morphling, it didn't matter because Mason got everything he wanted.
PPD also got solo experience when Morphling dived the tower.
Yeah, the first set of kills. Yeah,
he got solo experience twice, I think, and all of a sudden, so big. Like, what was it, 5 minutes-ish? He was like nearly level 6. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, James, to answer your question, I think Team Dog will adjust. They normally like to play 2-1-2. So in those kind of draft, there's more stuns. What was lacking from VPs, aside from that Shadow Shaman pick, they just had no way locking down that Weaver. So he had, what, Treads and a Midas, and he was just running around killing everybody. I don't think that's going to happen to a lineup that likes to draft Centaurs, a lineup that likes to draft like Mirana and Nagas, all that stuff that could lock you down and kill you. So Mason might get his Weaver, but he's going to have a much tougher time, in my opinion.
All right, yeah, that's true. And we can talk a little bit about the lineups that Team Dog might pick, because we're going to introduce the teams now. These guys have played before. This is Team Dog. This is Misery, MSS, Smoogalig, Fogged, and Pycat. Currently in 8th place. Haven't played too many games, so this will be a big win for them if they can get it. Pycat, always good. Last time he played against Team Dog, he actually got a Mirana and got all the way to Sheepstick.
No, against Team Dog. Against
no, sorry, against EG. Yeah. With a Mjolnir as well. So it doesn't matter if he plays any array of heroes, he gets the farm, and he's normally a big factor for them.
And now he's playing carry. He started playing support when Team Dog was created. It was Misery playing the carry, Pycat playing the support. Now they say, screw that, we're going to go and play seriously. Actually, I've been talking to the guys from Team Dog a lot, and I was like, it's kind of hard to know how good you guys are, because it feels like you're a team of 5 people, like 5 friends just playing together, and how seriously are you guys taking it? And they told me, well, at the beginning we were not taking that really seriously. We were really like 5 guys that didn't have a team. But now that we kind of realize, oh well, we actually have a good shot, because we are a good team, it's not just 5 good players. We started training a lot, and the last 2 weeks they've been screaming pretty much every day, all day, and they think they found their way, they form, and they've been performing very well, not only in the DreamLeague, but also in other tournaments.
Yeah, and of course, last time they played EG, despite losing, they did give them a pretty close game. There were some great plays from Arteezy from Team EG with the escape on the Tinker, and I think it was MVP last week. There was even a YouTube of that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And speaking of EG, just to remind you who are the 5 handsome men in the team, it's those guys.
Yeah. Minus Fear.
Minus Fear.
Poor Fear.
Well, you saying he's not handsome?
Yeah, he's still in the team, he's just not handsome.
Exactly.
And, well, Arteezy, yeah, we mentioned last time he played Tinker. Last game as well, the Ember Spirit play, you mentioned, you were like, if he gets in Lincolns, you know, what can they do, right? Because they have a very limited battle lockdown. He was like, no, I'm going Battle Fury.
Screw Lincolns.
And even when the Nyx Assassin tried to gank him, the ring around the rosy, around the tree, it's so Arteezy. It's like, there's something about the clutch moments. You know, when I've noticed, if you ever watch Arteezy play on stream, if you ever watch him just play for fun, one of the best things that I think he does in pub games is push his hero and his abilities to the limits. Because he's like, oh, if I die, it's for fun, right? But because he's always pushing himself to the limits, when it comes into those situations of competitive play, he doesn't hesitate.
He knows the limits.
Yeah, he can really play. And that's kind of similar, I believe, to like what I saw in Sing Sing a long time ago, and even Dendi. You know, people who play like that and push themselves to the limits in the training can actually bring some magical moments into the games. And he, you know, played a pretty decent Ember going later in. Didn't get the great start, but he's a slippery bugger.
Yeah.
Is what I want to say.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree entirely.
All right.
But yeah, now how we're looking with the game? Is it started
everyone's
yet?
in the lobby, but it hasn't started.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we've got a couple of minutes. We asked for some Twitter questions.
Yes.
Because we've only got a couple of minutes, we're gonna try and bring those up after this game.
Okay, good.
But EG versus Team Dog, last time EG won. You say that Team Dog's been training a lot more. What are their chances?
I think they had a good 50-50. If you remember, Team Dog actually beat Cloud9, which is the only team
that beat
Cloud9.
Damn.
So they're not the underdogs piled on the pun. I think that they're kind of a strong team right now. And even if EG is probably one of the, I would say, clearly top 5 team of the West right now, I will go and say top 3.
EG also.
EG.
Yeah, EG are also top 5 now of the standings. I think they're in 5th. They actually pushed out Fnatic from top 6 after that last win.
Yeah, they were 7th. I think they're now 4th place.
Yeah, can we take a look at the standings? Actually,
I think we can.
Let's just see if we can bring those up and double check. So EG,
they're 4th place now.
So they pushed Fnatic out of the top 6 thus far. So winning this game will put them at 4 wins, 1 loss. That's going to be crazy.
Tie with the Lions.
If they win, they could tie with the Lions. But at the same time, if Team Dog wins, they go at the same spot as the 6th team, the team that's currently 6th. So they would be technically inside of the playoffs. Very important match, even if there's lots to play. As we said yesterday, you weren't here, but the only team that's kind of screwed right now in a way, aside from, well, MIM is 0-6. But Fnatic, even though they're in the middle of the table, they play 7 matches already, where everyone played like between 4 and 5. So they have little room to play with. These teams, like Dog, they still have a lot of matches to play. And they, even if they don't win today versus G, they can still catch up.
Yeah.
How do you guys think it will go?
I think without fear, I think Dog has a much better chance of taking it. Like the last week's game, it was really close. But that was on the back of Fear, who had like a Blink, Hex, maybe like a Basher, BKB. Like he had a lot of items. Not saying that Mason can't rise up to the standard, but he's no Fear. So I'm going to give it to Dog, I think.
Yeah, maybe they might have looked at the last game and said, "Oh, this lad can play Weaver. Let's like
ban Weaver."
I think I would.
Yeah, why not?
No, really? Yeah. I mean, I think he's 75% win ratio, plays in pubs, and it's kind of a big deal, I believe, that when some players actually get a little bit more specialist around heroes. I mean, do you think that's a factor? Like
Admiral Bulldog. Yeah.
Well, he's in the extreme case in a way, but like for other players, do you think it's like? Did you think it like this is like my average skill level, like here, and when I play my special, this kind of like hero pool, how high can they go?
Yeah,
above?
no, that's definitely true. On Reddit, there was this thread. Somebody put all the Dota buff of all the heroes A to Z, and then the top 50 players.
Yeah.
So obviously you saw like Admiral Bulldog really high up for Druid, and then you had No-Tail really high up for Meepo and stuff like that. So what I found very interesting is like a lot of the pro players, like they are really good invokers, but they play supports. Like Palai was like a high invoker. No-Tail was up there. No-Tail actually had a really like, I think he's like the highest puck player.
Wasn't Palai the highest invoker?
Or something like that. Like No-Tail used to play solo mid on Han, right?
Mid on Han,
and he was really good.
And he had the Shadow Shaman, well, the equivalent.
Universe actually was higher up on Weaver than Mason.
Really? I'll give it to him.
He was in the top 10 Universe.
The most impressive thing to me, I think AEI is the best pub player ever. Which he doesn't seem like it because he's not like he doesn't stream.
Oh, he's like very high in many heroes.
He has like top 10.
Yeah, he has the most top 10
in general.
You would say from the majority of heroes. Yeah.
Did you look at that? I mean, hey, Wagamama is like one of the top 10 MMR.
4th MMR in the world.
4th MMR in the world.
What?
Yeah, and the other 3 are suspected of actually having cheated to get there, while Waga pretty much streams all of his games.
What?
Yeah, 4th. It's crazy.
That doesn't even make sense.
And so
what happens when you put him in a competitive game? He's just shit. I mean, what is it?
Wag is amazing. Don't you diss him.
Oh my god. He was going for rank 1 on a hero at one point. Was it TA?
It's probably TA.
TA, most likely,
That's his baby, I think.
Yeah, I can't wait to see when he gets back into competitive. Like
he has a team at the moment. They're called like Voogle or Vogel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as I said, I can't wait until it gets back into competitive. Hey, I think Wagamama is like good enough to stand in. Like, if any team in the Dream League was to lose a player just for an evening and need someone, Wagamama, I think, would be.
He's 4th best player in the world.
In my
Good ringer.
one of the top picks. Yeah.
That's what he's. Wagamama.
Okay,
Very good ringer.
If you have to rate ringers, right?
Right.
And you have to rate between Demon, Wagamama, and Mason.
And Blitz.
And
But
Blitz.
he's not
No,
but he was a
Blitz-
ringer for so long.
Okay,
right?
so how would you rate that?
All right. Okay. So Demon, Wagamama.
Demon's definitely got
Mason.
more money just by ringing because he's won or he's money a lot
Okay,
of tournaments. So
The thing is like Demon's role is very set. So
Okay.
you like, we want this guy here.
He's
doing
mid
this.
and off lane. He
Yeah,
could do both.
yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, it's like we want him here because he's really solid. He's got a lot of competitive experience, and because he's played more pro scene competitively, like
Okay.
this year compared to Wagga, he would probably be top pick. But personally, I would go for Wagga because I think he's more versatile.
What role does Swagger play?
He played
can he
everything.
play?
I think he can play everything.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
played
he
carry
plays-
and support. I think.
And the thing is as well, like, just because he's got a good attitude to how the game goes, I think he would be good under pressure. I think Demon, when they get ahead, Demon's great. Sometimes when he gets behind,
Okay.
hash
Wagga seems like the
dedication.
kind of guy that could go into any team as well. Whereas Demon might like
Yeah,
not.
he's the kind of guy that you want to take home and just introduce to your
Yeah,
mum.
exactly.
You know
Sit
what I
down
mean?
for dinner there, Wagga.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
Do you introduce guys to your mom a lot?
yeah, she's lonely. I just want to help her out. I love my mum. What can I say?
Fair enough. So that's why you took us to England. Now I know.
Take your pick of the lads.
Bit of window shopping.
Fair enough.
All right, I guess the game's going to be starting soon. You guys haven't said anything.
No, this is the second load attempt,
Yeah.
but one person's not loading, and we can't find out who it
Damn
is.
person. That's
Should ban
something.
person.
Yeah.
No,
We could have taken some Twitter questions in the meantime. I feel bad now.
He didn't
for the
load
audience
again.
At home.
Yeah.
You can still tweet.
is
Hashtag
it?
DreamLeague. Ask your questions.
Yeah.
If we
See,
don't read them now, we read them
if
later.
we can get a Twitter question up now, production, I will be so impressed.
But can we?
Is the technology here? In the year
Is it?
Clearly it isn't.
2014.
Now I saw what they had to do. It's like they have to press many buttons to actually get the Twitter question.
All right.
right there.
Oh,
Whoa,
they pressed
what
it.
have we got, Bruno?
Ah,
This
Forty
just
Forte. I like the name. DH DreamLeague, DH DreamLeague. Hi, what do you guys think about the recent exposure on how Spectre ulti can multi-orb with other allies' items? Yeah, there was an exploit, like, kind of like a bug.
You just move the items and put them down when you ulti, look. And
Yeah.
you can have like a diffuser blade, radiance, and like Scatty and stuff like that on all.
Yeah.
So
And
basically,
also
somebody
Orb
else farmed the item, you give it to Spectre, she presses ult, and then she gets the orbs, and then you can pass the item back.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Yeah. Well, you can do that.
So what do you guys think of it? That's the
Well,
question.
it's a
That's what
bug.
Forte say.
It's a
Fix
bug.
it.
Should be
It's a
fixed.
bug that should be fixed. It's not cool. But I think that regardless of one interesting thing is that illusions actually benefit from Orb of Venom.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you actually not Scally, but yes, Orb of Venom. So if you get an Orb of Venom on Spectre and you pop your Hunt, it
Sure.
slows everyone.
275 gold.
Gold, yeah.
Yeah.
And it slows like
Cheapy.
14%.
That's why Silent yesterday, when he was playing the Spectre, in both games, he got Orb of Venom.
Yeah.
I was like, cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good item.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go. We've learned something.
And it's also, I don't understand why you would max Dagger instead of Desolate these days.
I'm kind of the same.
I think you should always max Desolate. And still put daggers, maybe like sometimes pointing...
I mean, honestly, when I play heroes, Bruno, I actually try and max everything. I don't just stop.
well, we'll only get to level 8.
I get to level 7 and then I
I
lose
mean,
the game.
you just like not. You just put 1 point in it. And
I'm like
you're
I'm
level
from the
25.
Illidan school of thought, you know? Max one skill, put everything on stats.
All right, we got another question.
I just got
At
to that
follow-
James.
At follow too good.
Can we get a close up? Can we get a close up of the Twitter? Just the question. It's at follow2gd says
Right.
and vet. Oh wait,
Verata Games. Verata Games.
Sorry. Why is Rod of Atos not a popular item? Actually,
Because it sucks?
specifically, no, it's not. It's an amazing item.
Okay.
The thing is, I think it should be a lot more popular for supports, just because you control the fights so well. Like, okay, think about it. Someone initiates, you want to slow them down, sure. Like you can, if you had a force staff, you can get your teammate away. But getting your teammate away doesn't allow you to maybe like return and punish that person. If you have one support with a 4-staff and another one with Rod, if you ever get in that situation, you can actually turn and punish the person. But of course, with those kind of items, you expect people to have like BKBs that you're against. But I think, for me, it's a really strong item to punish people. And I just think it should be more popular. But I guess it's not popular. Yeah, but I guess it's not popular because of maybe the cost. But it's easy to make as well. It's not too expensive.
I have this question. Lumi, I'm going with you.
Okay.
Think of single target slows, like abilities that do single target slow.
Enchant?
Okay, enchant.
Visage.
Okay. Visage, Grave Chill. Good, we have 2 of those. When are these skills strong?
Early.
Are they skilled?
They're early game.
Yeah.
Once you go past like mid-game...
Visage is slow.
Well, but Grave Chill is more about like the also reducing attack speed and also getting you more speed. But the slow part doesn't do much. The same with Enchant.
Yeah.
And by the time you get Roll of Atos, it's not early game anymore.
Yeah, probably. I think it's more of a strong item because I play pubs and the fighting and the coordination is not as good. And
your level.
yeah, but like Singh always Singh told me, he's like, if people want you dead in a pro game, they will kill you.
Yes.
And so the thing is Rod of Atos probably doesn't stop them from killing you, and probably doesn't necessarily help you kill them any more than, you know, any other abilities. So probably when it gets into mid-game, yeah, I can see it not being that useful on that basis in pro games. In pub games, it's amazing.
I think in pro games, it's also very good if you could farm it very quickly. To go back to the early game case. So, for example, OD, mid, if you get it very, very fast.
Silencer as well, if you
Sure. The problem is you're competing against 4-staff around a similar cost. You're competing against Hanamitis, which if you could rush it early, you'd rather get it. For support, you're competing against Mech, Yule Scepters.
Even Blink Dagger.
Blink Dagger. It's not that Rod of Atos is bad, because it does very unique things that not many other items do.
Yeah, but the range is huge.
Yeah, it's insane range. It's a very unique factor in Dota. But a lot of other items for similar costs just does more, in my opinion. So,
it doesn't have a huge amount of synergy with a lot of heroes. It's pretty much like I slow you, and
it's good with AA.
It's cool with the Necrolite.
But Yule Scepter is better with AA.
No, because when you send them up in the air, they don't take the Kofi damage.
Yeah.
But okay.
All right. Well, thanks for your question. We got another one here. What does it say, Bruno?
What do you guys think about Face Drums Naga? Well, too bad we don't have Andy here, but he would say Face Drums anything is awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he would. Yeah. Face Drums Naga, Louis?
Why go Face Drum when you could go Radiums?
I don't really like it, to be honest. I think you need like Boots of Travel or Power Treads on Naga because she's like really, really weak. And she also benefits really well from Boots of Travel. So.
Dude, drums is your HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why do you need the phase boots? Like, what's the
drums is good. Phase questionable.
What's the logic behind the phase boots?
Well, you can.
The logic is that you already get the HP that you would normally get from treads from the drums, so you don't need to actually get that.
Why not more?
Because you're going to go for items that are going to make you tanky regardless. I mean, you are eventually going to go either for a heart or a butterfly, which even though it doesn't give you HP, it gives you more survivability. So just spending more on HP items that just get you halfway there, but not really the whole way.
I also think in pro games as well, phase boots, like just being able to get that extra hit or that extra like positioning advantage is much bigger.
Well, if you go
than
mid
just
on
having
Naga.
like.
Most people go mid on Naga these days, and they get a bottle, and you benefit way more from a bottle if you have treads.
Well, it depends what you do with the build, right? Like we saw Ortiz on that Ember Spirit, he got face drums, but what was he doing with it? He was fighting a lot.
Yeah.
The most common playstyle of Naga right now is to do nothing and farm. So you don't generally need the face for that because you're losing some benefit from it. You're mostly using Riptide to farm. So if you're looking to farm, I don't think face drum is for you. But if you're looking to fight early, face drum is perfect for that. So.
All right. Enough. So you go face drums on Naga. Lumi says it's for the fighting.
Fighting, yeah.
That's good.
One person is preventing us from getting.
Yeah, we keep on loading, but nothing happens.
Oh dear.
So
well, luckily we asked for Twitter questions.
Yeah.
Still,
we keep getting them.
I'm happy. I'm just waiting for production to tell me. We've got way more. No. We haven't got any more Twitter questions.
Damn.
We're out of questions.
We're out of questions.
So
you need to check again. Maybe like in these 2 minutes we got more questions, production.
No, that's true. I just wish I hadn't played so much Diablo, so I wouldn't be so tired.
Your eyes are like.
Yeah,
you should change your nickname. You look like another famous host.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of glad I got makeup today because I was like starting to get into that really tired zone. But I actually, I don't normally drink energy drinks, but I had a Monster energy drink.
Is it working?
And it was fucking awesome. It was like a orange juicy one. I shouldn't say that because in Control, like there's like a little radar that goes off when anyone says something good about Monster.
Yeah.
And now he's going to tweet that. So we'll see what happens. But talking about Twitter, what have we got, Bruno?
DreamLeague.
You just
got double hashtag.
We did follow too good, not long hair anymore.
With did follow too good,
not long hair anymore. Why don't you have long hair anymore? That's my translation.
Well, it's this darndest thing.
Yes.
Is
it stopped growing?
Yeah, it just stopped growing. It's weird because I thought it would just keep growing. Because like sometimes, like people ask like what's with the beardo weirdo,
right?
And I'm like, well, I shave my face,
right?
And then it just grows back. With my hair,
magic.
It just doesn't grow. So I can't get it. I mean, Shane?
I know nothing about this subject. Like, you're asking the wrong guy. I've never had hair.
Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't get it cut as well. I was meant to get it cut because I went over to America.
Didn't you get it cut in America?
No. Does it look cut?
No, but when I saw you at the CDC, it looked better.
Well, let me explain.
They gave you a wig.
An interesting fact, right? If you go to America, there's something in the water. I think it's chlor something.
Chlorine.
It might be. Is it chlorine?
Chlorine.
Yeah. They put some stuff in the water.
Fluoride, to make
fluoride.
Yeah.
They put some stuff in the water that I think helps with like strengthening teeth and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, I've noticed every time I go to America and I wash my hair, and then I just like because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I don't want to. I'm gonna go to America and wash my hair. So I go to America and I wash my hair, and when it dries, it's quite straight and smooth, and I'm like, it must be something. Like, look at it now. It's a mess. This is European water. This is clean water. You want chemicals in your water, or whatever it is. But, literally, when I go to America and wash my hair, your hair's like straighter and just flatter, and it's odd. It's the oddest thing. I promise you. I noticed it way back.
Okay. We should all go to America and wash our hair.
I can stay here though.
You get better hair in America. Yeah.
What if I want curly hair? What do you have?
You have to go to Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Alaska, or the city of Alaska?
Alaska.
Okay, cool.
If you want really curly hair,
that's good.
Go to a hairdresser and you just go
curl it.
There's no hairdressers in Alaska. There's like waterfalls and frozen glaciers.
I love the way that I realized when I just said that story that A, it's a really shit story, and B, I sound fucking mental. But either way.
Where did you get that sweater, James?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because I went over to America and I was like, I need some clothes, because when I travel I only pack like 3 days worth of clothes, because I figure like I'm too lazy to pack clothes and I might just like go
He's
out
too
for
lazy.
a day. Yeah. So I went over to America, right? And not only do they have better water to wash your hair, if you go to H&M in America, even though it's a Swedish store, the Americans have better hoodies in their H&M. This hoodie is amazing. Like, I haven't taken it off for weeks.
Yes, and it has like cat hair in it.
But it's so soft.
Do the pockets meet in the middle?
Yeah, I got the pockets here. Yeah, I just didn't think I'd look this good in blue. But, it's just the way the hoodie's cut. It's cut like that as well. So, it's got a bit of shape to it. And then it's really good because if you travel on an airplane, you just do this. And then you just like sleep and no one bothers you because you're wearing a hoodie like a gangster.
You could be a rapper. You're challenging Lumi right now.
This is the best hoodie. And it was only like $30. H&M, America. I don't think you can get it in Europe.
30 American bucks.
Everything's better in America.
Everything's better in America? There are no cats in America. You're like, remember that Fievel was an American Tale? The movie about the little rats, like mice, I don't remember what it was, that they go to America. It's like from Europe, they migrate to America. And they think
the really old one.
Yeah. But they're like, they sing There's No Cats in America and everything's perfect there. And then when they get to America, it's not that.
Yeah.
But
so there was cats in America?
There were cats in America. They have this song, but there's no cats in America. I don't remember in Spanish, not in English.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad I got 2 bad stories in. Bruno got 1, so we're 2 for 1 right now. Let's get another question from
Lumi.
This one's for Lumi. Have you got a shit story for us, Lumi?
What do you think about the competitive viability of the heroes not added to Captain's mode?
Well, I don't know, because they're going to get fixed, right? I imagine. Phoenix, completely viable.
I think 6.81 is around the corner, by the way.
That is true.
There's a little sniff of it.
Is that true? Is that official? Like, it's been publicly announced that it's true?
I heard.
Oh, I guess it's not public, is it?
I think you guys are jumping the gun.
Okay.
Well, I've heard from James just now.
Yeah, it's a rumor. It's not happening in April.
12.
So yeah, they're getting fixed apparently, Heroes. That was a horrible answer, Lumi. That guy is like, he's like, he wrote 140 characters and he's pissed he wrote all of them because of the answer. He literally got the answer as well. I don't know because they're going to get fixed, I guess.
I just want to point out that the name of that guy in Portuguese means lots of drugs.
Muita droga.
Muita droga. So yeah, does Bruno use his hair conditioner on his chest? I use hair conditioner everywhere in my body. Like my hair is entirely conditioned to being in my body. That's how it is.
I don't think you use conditioner.
Don't I?
No, he does. He has this like really fruity, nice smelling thing.
Is you're the one what is it, Tresemme? The like really expensive.
That's mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I bought that first.
Yeah.
Did you steal mine and then start buying it?
No, what?
Did you start buying it after I got it?
I bought one after you bought that, but that doesn't mean that you are the owner of Tresemme.
Well, because the thing is, right?
Okay.
You got to use mine at some point, I reckon.
No. I mean, okay. Here's the thing, right? Like there are how many bathrooms? 4 bathrooms in the house. There are 3 for everyone and 1 for Jay. And if you get into James' bathroom, he will kill you. And kill everyone that you love.
Someone used my bathroom once.
Yes.
Okay. Poor guy.
Jerex.
What happened?
I couldn't believe the audacity of it.
He was pissed, but like genuinely. Imagine like, yeah, I used your bathroom because like everyone else was busy. And like,
it wasn't. I think he was just like, I'm going for it. The sacred bathroom, the heated toilet seat, you know what I mean? Everything. He was just like, and he just like walked out and didn't even like look at me. And I was just like, Jerex, you use my bathroom. And by the time I said that, he was actually gone. He knew. But yeah, I have a bathroom.
The funny thing is that it's not the best bathroom in the house. Like no, it's not.
Ben's bedroom is.
You can sleep in it.
You can sleep in the big bathroom as well as the Muslim.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I sometimes I like my bathroom because I can sleep in the shower. Sometimes, you know, when the cleaners come at like 9 a.m. every Monday.
7 a.m.
Sometimes I'm like, I've been awake and like either playing video games or doing whatever I do, and the cleaners turn up and they want to clean my room. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Just go like turn the shower on and fall asleep.
Yeah, they don't bother me in the garage. The garage dwellers don't get bothered.
It's the best bathroom.
You have a question for you.
Huh?
You have a question for you.
What color are your socks? That is a good question. I don't know.
Can I answer this one for you? Because I'm going to answer with a magic trick, right? So it's like they're blue, and now some magic, and they're gray.
It is magic.
And now they're blue again, and now they're gray. How cool is that? Do that?
It's the best. That's such a shit magic trick.
It's terrible.
Mine are black, basically because I only buy black socks, not because I'm boring, but because I don't want to waste my life matching my socks to match.
Yeah, 10 seconds a day.
So you just buy black.
I just don't match them.
If you want some interesting color in your underwear, you know, like go for your underwear, go for your boxes.
What colors would you recommend?
Just get like patterns and crazy stuff.
Right.
It's good. Just makes you feel like, you know, just want to walk around in your underwear, and that's a good feeling.
It's like you will just want to make sure that you feel good when you watch your underwear, because you don't have any other reason to.
Dude, like, women are always, sometimes they're, once someone was impressed. And that's enough for me to continue wearing crazy underwear.
That one time. I'll always remember that. It's Christmas Eve.
All right.
Are you sure he's just like, no, keep the underwear. It's really good.
I just like to say you've obviously not got production in your ear because they've been telling me to get the fuck in the game for the last like 4 minutes when you were playing around with your socks. Anyway, great questions, guys. Thank you for asking them. That actually made the segment a lot easier for this very tired host. But we're going into Team Dog versus EG. Last time they played, EG won. Arteezy was the man to make some plays. He was also MVP last week. What have Team Dog learned? We'll find out as we're going to go into game number 2 of today. Is Team Dog versus EG.
And Team Dog are going to start things off with a Lycan pick, which that makes them officially Lycan pickers.
Mine is dying as much as yours.
And they have Invoker to follow up. We have this awkward pause at the beginning of every draft because we have to grab our chairs.
Yeah.
So nobody's talking. Normally Andy stays.
Yeah, and does the talking.
And we grab the chairs for him.
But now my pad is on 4% battery as well. So
Oh, you do the...
yeah, I'm doing the button
Is that
press.
an app that you have installed, or is it a website you're using?
It's a like internet website that we created
I have.
for this purpose. No, but it's fine. I can control it from here. So now
We saw these two teams playing actually last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
And Evil Geniuses came out in the end, but Team Dog put up a good fight, in fairness.
Yes. So Team Dog is one of the many teams that's been drafting things like Centaur offlane. If I don't know what I'm looking at, like I would say Team Dog is drafting like Empire.
Yeah.
With the Lycan first picks, Invokers, which is one of their go-to heroes. Actually, maybe not so much Invoker,
Yeah, I
more so
haven't seen
Puck.
Invoker so
Yeah,
much,
more
yeah.
so Puck. But with Invoker, you always ask, is this going to be a Exort Invoker, or is it going to be Quaswex Invoker?
We see this combo when the Lycan has the Wolves Invis at the level 3 Wolves.
Oh, plus the Cold Snap.
Oh, plus the Cold Snap. It's so scary, like,
Yes,
especially the Shadow Fiend, who doesn't really have an escape mechanism.
It's very interesting that I'm comparing to Demon. I just realized Demon is not in the team anymore.
Yes.
Go away, Demon.
Who's better?
Arteezy.
Now we know.
Now we know.
And Fear's not on the team either, so...
Yeah, I just...
Yeah. Do you want to just give that to me?
Yeah, maybe.
But Fear apparently is much better.
Yeah, well, doesn't
Well,
even
Misery
compare.
only started playing the carry recently.
Yeah,
so
and
we
then,
don't-
and then he stopped.
yeah, so we don't have much.
Is Mulguli today?
He is.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yes. That's great.
Thank God. Oh, but Universe has a lot of ticks.
Universe has a lot of ticks, and after his Clockwork play today, I think he totally deserves those ticks.
Well,
he
he
won't
doesn't
get-
earn points with those clockwork.
Exactly. He doesn't earn points for style.
Hey, it's like some minor, like 0.5 second stun. That's some stun points, I guess.
And then
Isn't
you
it like
lose
1.5 seconds?
No, it's like 1 second.
Yeah.
clockwork hook.
Clockwork.
And then he loses points by dying because
but yeah, because you're a clock and you do that.
yeah. Yeah, in fact, you were talking about the Cold Snap plus Wolves. That was actually what Team Sigma did against EG.
Yeah.
Yep.
And EG, Ortiz was playing Tinker at that point,
Yeah,
and
he
he was
was.
getting wrecked. So if I imagine he's going to be playing Shadow Fiend, and that is a very abusable combo on Shadow Fiend as well.
Well, we've seen Shadow Fiend safe lane a lot of times before. And he likes to play Naga.
Have you ever seen RTZ not play mid though?
Yeah, but Naga's in the... Oh, isn't that his thing?
That is his thing.
Well,
Here we go.
What do you think of the new region on level 4 Wolves on Lycan?
I think it's awesome.
It's so annoying.
It's really, really strong. That together with the slow, like faster fade time,
Yeah.
it feels like, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these wolves. They disappear, they reappear, and they're full HP again.
I really like that. The combination of this mechanic, it feels like it really rewards better players that micro their stuff better.
Yeah.
So like hit you down to red HP, they go away for 3 seconds, they come back. When you're playing one of those like slower support heroes like Shadow Shaman
Or Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden, at least you could bite the wolves if
Well,
they're really annoying you.
Yeah.
But you
Then
know.
the daddy comes out of the bushes though. And he is not happy. Like,
And it's like, thank you for using your frostbite.
Exactly.
Now I can go and kill you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really think the new wolves are very strong.
they're kind of different to the old ones. So the old ones used to have like a lot of armor in there and more health as well.
Yeah,
But these ones have like the same amount of health, but more just regen. It's like 10
a lot of
seconds.
regen. It's 10 per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super strong.
15 HP regen.
So yeah, having said that, I mean we are in agree that it's going to be a Naga mid Arteezy.
That's my guess.
That's your guess, and it's going to be like a safe
Safe lane Shadow Fiend. I mean, last game EG ran kind of a 2-1-2.
Yeah.
Clockwork was their safe lane on Dire, and they had a support rotating up top, and then had a Weaver off lane, and they had a support there. So it's actually hard to say. I feel like the EG current lineup is so versatile in terms of laning; they could kind of do whatever they want.
And okay, so this is not a question about this game in particular, but assuming the Naga Siren is not a support, which seems to be the case, both teams decided to go for the 3 cores in the first 3 picks, and then leave the supports for the last part. Do you think as a drafter, it actually puts you in a spot when you're actually leaving the last 2 picks for 2 supports?
Well, in this case, Evil Geniuses, they still have a very versatile lineup, even though they did pick.
Wait, what was the question? I didn't even.
When you leave the 2 support, like you drafted your 3 cores and your first 3 picks, so you have the 2 supports to pick in the last 2 picks. Does that put you as a disadvantage when you're drafting?
Sorry,
Okay.
Shane, you were.
So I was saying that EG have a still quite versatile lineup, whereas they could put Naga safe. She could be a support lane. She could be mid. Like the Batrider can jungle. He can offlane. Like they still have a lot of options, even though they did pick their 3 cores. Whereas, like they seem to put like, for example, Lycan and Invoker. They want their heroes that like they rotate the game around rather than the heroes, or for example, like the support heroes that they feel aren't as important in this kind of current game.
Well, there's like pros and cons to that. The pros is supports are generally a lot more versatile and in terms of what you can do. For example, Shadow Demon in this case is a support that we don't see too often. But by waiting to see all the cores, Shadow Demon is a very good anti-carry of sorts. Like that Demonic Purge could, for example, make Shadow Fiend not do anything in terms of right clicks. The downside of drafting your support late is some of the supports or some of the higher tier drafts picks. For example, Visage. If you want to pick up Visage, you need to pick him up quickly.
Yeah.
You were saying Nyx?
Or Dazzle as well.
Yeah, Dazzle, for example, yeah, or AA. So those are kind of great example. Or if it's a patch or 2 ago, it was things like Wisp. You have to first pick it, and so you can never really kind of last pick it.
And now we have the Shadow Demon as one of the support together with the Invoker. If it's going to be an extra Invoker.
Oh baby, that damage is crazy. Like.
Yeah. I think was it you, Lumi, that you were saying that you don't like Shadow Demon as much as an initiator with Invoker, that you'd rather have. Who was it we were talking about?
I think Shadow Demon is fine.
Yeah, I think Shadow Demon's good as well.
No, Bane. Like Shadow Demon and Bane when you have an extra Invoker.
No.
Having both of them, you're saying?
Like either or.
Either or, and I could choose?
Yeah.
I mean, I just think Bane is a better hero overall, so I would prefer Bane most of the time.
Like,
but,
I mean, what I'm saying is that they both have a spell that allows you to set up.
Yeah. I mean, the only downside. Sorry, I keep cutting you off, Shane.
I'm sorry.
The only downside of Shadow Demon is that it gives to me a lot of time for the enemy team to react. Because 2.5 seconds is a lot of time at the high level to react. But yeah, you were saying something about the Shadow Demon?
Yeah, well, I think with the Bane, it's not a guaranteed Sunstrike, especially if it's a dual lane, which a lot of teams nowadays prefer. Like, you're definitely not getting, like, there's a good chance you're not getting the Sunstrike off because it's 1.7 seconds for the Sunstrike duration. Like, it's a lot of time to dispel the sleep.
Yep.
Whereas Shadow Demon, you're 100% getting it. And also does, like, what, 700 and something?
If you put a Soul Catcher on it,
it's crazy damage. And it's pure damage as well.
All right, so we're rounding out the draft here for EG. It's going to be...
oh my god.
Eventual carry?
No, does this remind you of anything? The Team Dog team?
The Team Dog goes for Chen, so they might do that early level Roshan, but they did it with Avenge last time.
When they played in China, was it Misery and Pika? They always picked Luna, Shadow Demon, and Chen.
Yeah, it was the LGD int with actually IG did as well.
So, yeah.
They roam with the Shadow Demon and Chen and just disrupt.
Well, it was more so on things like Vengeful Spear and Crystal Maiden, who had a lot harder of an initiation. But I think Shadow Demon is just fine in terms of setting up a Centaur Stomp or whatnot. On the other side, the support duo of Vengeful Spirit, actually, it's not going to be V. It's going to be Avenge Carry, as Mason is going to be handling that Vengeful Spirit. The other support, like you said, the versatility of drafting Naga early and throwing all of us for a loop, because it's going to be Arteezy on that Shadow Fiend. Universe on the Batrider.
Smuggler is going to be off-laning the Weaver.
I'm getting my chair. Woo!
You get the toilet paper chair. Oh, let me move over in the bed.
Let's rotate.
Oh, let's stay here for this one.
Okay.
Actually, I think this is a fairly cool draft for Team Dog in the sense that if they ever get an opening, they could take down Roshan very quickly with Chen Creeps, with Wolves, Howl, probably an Exort Invoker.
The hell with the Weaver as well, with the Geminate attack.
Yeah.
It's similar to when they play AA with Weaver. It does.
Yeah. Well, that's like one of the interesting tips for maybe more beginner players. If your hero has some kind of steroid that allows you to attack more or like faster, you always want to build damage on that hero instead of attack speed. And if your hero has something that makes you attack stronger, like either Howl or a crit or anything that increases your attack either constantly or every once in a while, you want attack speed so that you can get more damage attacks.
Yeah. So, for example, that's why we see Weaver getting plus damage like Fate's Boots into a Desolator. Very, very common. And what's a good example of like a hero with crits and you want to get attack speed instead? Like maybe a Wraith King getting treads into AC.
Juggernaut going for Yasha, quick Yasha into drums Butterfly.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going for the dual lane mid, Lycan and Shadow Demon against Shadow Fiend. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, it's going to secure the Lycan farm, but can you really kill with the Lycan in the lane?
I think this is a very, very weak choice of laning. I'm not sure exactly. Although getting a very good lane out of MSS, and the killing power is not exactly lacking if you're taking consideration of disruption into Sunstrike, which seems to be not the case because Invoker on the bottom lane hasn't actually had region skilled at the moment, and he's got this Blaze of Attack, so I imagine it's going to be a quad sweat coming from
Maybe he's trying to hide it for as long as possible. Top lane.
PPD, give him the point. Oh yeah.
First blood doesn't give you any extra points, right? Just like kill.
No, but it does give you a lot of gold, which increases your GPM. Yeah.
Alright, good stuff, good stuff. So it was actually MYM that we last saw run a Carry Venge. And the important thing about Carry Venge is you want to get levels quickly because her base armor is actually pretty impressive. The downside is if you're getting a lot of level on Venge and you're kind of suicidally swapping in, that's not where you want to be. But we'll see how Mason plays it.
In the meantime, Fogged is getting some levels.
They have two smokes as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to wait until you get this cool like first grip that's going to allow you to do something. And then you just smoke and get the kill, because otherwise, if you're going to play the Chen as a let's just get a wild kid and try to get quick levels, it's really good and all, but that Lycan is going to suffer.
Yeah, I mean, Lycan is going to be suffering until that gank comes. So Arteezy, level 3, he needs to be pushing out the waves right now, but here comes a rotation. It's going to wrap around. We're going to start with the Disruption, I imagine. Here we go, Disruption. The Ensnare is going to come through, and look at how much stuff they have around. The right click's going to come through. Arteezy going down. Looks like Fog is going to be picking up that first kill.
That howl damage working on the Chen creeps, like the little, even the dark, the little tiny creeps. It's so, what is it? What are they called? The little skeleton dudes.
Skeleton dudes, yeah.
That's what they're called.
I like that.
Yeah, immediately the two supports re-smoke again, so here we go.
Smoke at the top.
Is he gonna be okay?
Oh man, they're gonna go with the exact same gank on, I think, SF.
Oh, he lives this time.
Oh,
he has a salve, so he's gonna be fine. And they're gonna go with
the Rigus.
Yeah, the Rigu's gank, and Arteezy, they're not gonna gank me again. Here we go, the Disruption. Where is it? They're waiting for him. The Soul Catcher's gonna land though. The Ensnare, it's gonna be right there. Do they have how? They do not have it, and I don't think they're gonna get the kill as a result. Misery's dropping low from the tower.
Well, they kind of force him to run away for a while at least. That will buy Pycat some time. I don't know what Pycat was doing. He was very, very far away with that. Smuggling.
He's going to go down there.
It's not good being a Weaver when they have so many sentries and Ensnare.
And the lift as well, so you think you're away and then all of a sudden it's like...
The thing about the Snare is that if you don't pop the Shukuchi really fast, you're going to be visible even if you go.
Because it's Ensnare.
Yeah, it ensnares you into visibility.
That's the name of the actual skill though. It's like same as Crystal Maiden, isn't it? It's called an Ensnare.
What?
No, the mechanic is called the Ensnare. Yeah. But the spell is called the Ensnare as well.
Yeah, but they're like, are there still Root and Ensnare are two different mechanics in Dota 2? I think they are.
But they both reveal invis.
I mean, they both do the same thing, right?
No, they don't do exactly the same thing. One you can attack from, and the other one you can't.
Ah. Which one can you attack?
Frostbite, you can't. I think it's a Root mechanic, and you can't attack out of Frostbite. Ensnare, you can attack out of Ensnare.
Wait, but you could attack out of the Naga Snare as well as the Londra Root.
Yeah.
Then maybe the nomenclature is wrong, and I'm talking about initiation.
I'm so confused. Yeah, Smuggling's gonna go down.
He's not having a good time. Misery. I love the little slap. Oh, go on, creep.
Oh, here comes the Chen. Chen does a lot of burst damage if he has the mana for the Test of Faith, which unfortunately he does not.
Unfortunately or fortunately, depending who you're looking at.
I mean, I have Universe, so Universe, where you at? You're Bat Rider.
He's doing pretty well.
He is.
Nearly level 5. Got forced out of lane by MSS though.
We've been seeing a much more of an increase of kind of leveling Firefly because, you know, your support's going to stack your jungle. You could get a quick Blink Dagger as a result. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it because I just think having that 1 point into your stun is always very valuable in terms of canceling TPs or whatnot. But, you know, for what it's worth, he's doing quite well in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if he was against a tri-lane maybe, or something like that. If it's only against the Invoker, the chance of the Invoker actually TPing away early game.
Yeah. I mean, but universally, against Tri-Lane or not, Bat Rider just don't go for that Flame Break. But, you know, they're pros, so we'll take their skill build and work with it.
I mean, okay, they're pros, and I'm not going to say we know better, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel that sometimes, I mean, from talks with pros, they will be the first to admit, like, no, I actually thought it was good, but actually, I was wrong.
Ah, okay.
So sometimes you can't really take words for granted.
You have to try things as well, though.
I still remember one of the conversations like long time ago, so I won't hold it against him, but like when we were talking just when Elder Titan came out, Papi was like, that's not such a good hero. Titan, like, kind of okay, yeah. And then they played against, sorry, it was not Papi, it was EGM from Alliance. And they played then after that, and Navi played it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, we really didn't know how strong the hero was. And now we changed our mind. And there's nothing wrong with changing your mind, because like that's how you become better.
But sometimes reading what the skill does on paper isn't the same as actually seeing it in the game.
That's true.
Because EGM never played Terrorblade before, and I was playing in a pub game with him, and he was like, well, what does this hero do? You know, so they just play their scrims, and they play, so they have the games to play. So if it's not in captain's mode, they mightn't have played it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they practice so much.
I think personally, I'm the biggest guilty of that, because when a patch log comes out, you know, let's do a patch log analysis. We have never played the patch, it's just judging it by paper, and you know, we make it a like 3-hour talk because of that. But yeah, we digress.
Yeah.
So how's Shadow Fiend been doing? He dodged one of the 2 smoke ganks. RTZ, well, he's actually very close to being the highest farmer in the game, so it seems like he was not affected at all. And that shouldn't be a surprise, because Lycan is not exactly going to shut down Shadow Fiend anytime soon.
I said it before, I think RTZ is one of those players that can start 0-3 and then have a normal game. Doesn't matter how...
I mean, he's a streamer, man. He's used to the 3-man, 4-man smoke gank at level 1. He dies, he teleports back, and he owns a lane, so... Yeah, it's RTZ.
Yeah. Actually, that seems like a great discussion for BTS new show in the studio. Like they like to do the shows and base it on one discussion. I think they're going to have something on performance enhancing drugs
in Dota.
In Dota 2.
There was a Reddit thread.
Yeah,
like,
and now like maybe for next no, like Adderall and stuff like that. Apparently, it makes you really good at the game. Don't know, but hey, like they could talk about performance enhancing streaming. The fact that if you stream a lot, maybe you become a better player just because you get used to people focusing you all the time.
Mason. Here comes the disruption. Soul Catcher not being taken. They lift the Centaur, swaps PPD in, and the counter gank comes from my man, the Universe. The Stomp is going to prevent any chasing coming in, and that will be it. But what turns out to be a gank against EG
Shadow Fiend.
They rotated 4 people for that, though. Like, there's 4 people top, so...
Bot lane, though, it's going to be Zai that's going to be going down. He doesn't have any points of mana left. The Juke's around the corner. Zai! Oh, okay. He has phase, he has Wex, he's moving fast.
He's a rocket ship.
He is speed.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to when they get the Invoker. That, like, they probably have an idea. They say, okay, you're going to get max Wex or something, and then we're going to push. We have like a timing kind of thing. We're going to absolutely annihilate the towers. They've got the Chen creeps, they've got the wolves.
Mid lane, it's going to be PPD lifting up Misery. 1 race, 2 race. The self-disruption delaying it. RTZ walks back to the position where he has a C raise, turns around, and give him the zap.
Pycat, he wanted to get the courier, yeah.
I think he just walked into tower range, though. Yeah, they pinged him out. Sentry gets dropped down. Pycat.
He's like, YOLO.
He's going to get ensnared.
No mana on PPD for lift.
I mean, he's clearing it up. He's almost getting it. 150, the body blow.
He's too slow.
Too far away.
Sorry, 120, not 150.
Yeah, but everything seems to be going in EG's way, except maybe for the fact that Invoker is getting
Hanamitis.
Everything.
A lot of farm.
He's got phase and a Hanamitis coming to him. So this is a very interesting way of playing Invoker, to go Quask Wex and then Hanamitis.
Yeah.
But regardless, somebody's trying to pull him at Clarity. It doesn't work that way. But regardless, I mean, you cannot turn down levels on a hero like Invoker.
Nope. But yeah, sometimes I wonder myself, like, yeah, the Quask Wex, I still feel that it's the best build right now for 99% of the cases. Maybe not so much, but 80% of the cases.
It depends on your lineup.
But the thing is that with this lineup, I'm kind of surprised. Oh,
bottom lane.
We're going for MSS. Can he ghost walk?
He's so
really fast. Can he ghost walk?
No, no invoke.
No invoke. They're coming back, but it's just fog there. They're going to run away. MSS survives. The blink counts. They want to go on the crypts. They're going to kill the tomato. Yeah, they killed the tomato.
Good job, Universe. He already has his blink dagger, and it's like 10 minutes in. It's pretty great.
What I was going is, like, when you have a Shadow Demon in your team, not going for Exort, they could have killed Artisi that second time there when they couldn't.
If they had Sunstrike.
Yeah.
But
And
then you have to. He sent Bat Rider back to base like 2 times. So he mightn't have been able to like beat the Bat Rider
And
himself.
also, if he had Exort there, he'll die to that Bat Rider gank. He wouldn't be able to walk out of there. So there's definitely plus and minuses.
Yeah, definitely.
But to your point, I think because your supports are Shadow Demon and Chen, not exactly your best nukers, I think the team does need more damage. So I personally would favor Exort. Like, if we haven't seen any of this game so far, if it was just draft, I would have guessed that he's going Exort because I feel like the team needs damage. Weaver's also one of those heroes that needs a lot. It looks like they are going to gank Weaver. No, Misery's going to tank the gank, I guess.
The gank tank.
He's going to go down. They haven't used Magic Missile yet. Smoogling just going to take it to face, but EM Portillo is going to come in, and Zai, out of all the mana Universe, though, going to come in with a big flame break, and Zai is going to survive as a result. Big play from Universe.
That courier. Are they going for the courier? No, it's a bait courier because there's a sentry there.
It's also like a moose, flying moose. I don't know.
It's called the EG throw. That's the name of it. Which they need a rename of it because they're not throwing no more.
They stopped throwing. Something to do with a new lineup. Oh, Universe. Oh, fast enough. Fast enough. Fund of money from the bench.
And Shadow Fiend also has a hand of Midas as well.
Yeah. Get in there, but again, this kind of
mid lane, it's gonna be yet another gank disruption to come through. Soul Catcher, do they have the demonic purge?
Now it is.
Oh, they have the surround.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, I was maybe unsure if they were gonna get it, but once the Invoker appeared, and they just PPD, yeah, killing spree, baby.
Okay, so I'm really worried for Smoogling because, or is it Smoogling? Yeah, he is not going to do anything this game. Like, I think if you're having this poor of a start as a Weaver on a off lane against Tri-Lane.
2 free towers.
Tower mid? That's true.
Fogt is doing like taking a page out of AUI. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
Yeah, so I think you go Treads, you go Medallion, you go like Drums, very, very small pieces of item to help your team. But we'll see if the team is going to make him want to do other
Walker
things.
getting the kill again. That top lane. Things going crazy. And that Vengeful Spirit now regret. Oh, PPD.
They just kind of walked into each other. Excuse me, sir.
No, nothing happened. It's fine. But pro players know. When they see that something happens in the
bottom.
Yeah.
He's going to ult easy on top of that.
He's not doing it.
He's just raising. He's setting up triple raise. 1, 2.
Oh,
okay.
Nice ensnare.
Yeah, right now Fog is trying to buy as much items as he can. And then even if he dies, he's not going to lose
Leave me
anything.
alone. Yeah, eat that test of fate.
Yeah, he didn't lose anything though, so that's good for him. And now they're going to take this top tower. I have to admire, I mean, I would say EG is in control of the game, but this kind of trying to pick people off are putting their towers really, really exposed. And Team Dog, they know what they have to do with that. They have the Chen, which pushes really well. They have the Howl from the Lycan. And every single time they can get close to a tower, that tower falls.
Yeah.
Only level 1 swap.
Normally, I would say getting early towers is always a good thing because, you know, tower go map advantage. But for some heroes like Slark, for example, getting these tier 1 tower down opens the map for them to actually go into the other jungle and start ganking. But for Team Dog, getting these towers doesn't really do anything. For the supports, they're not going to smoke gank the two of them into the enemy jungle, blind and get ganks. For Invoker or Lycan, they're not going to be roaming into the enemy jungle and look for ganks. So I feel like these tier 1 towers, like, yeah, it's tier 1s, it's okay.
Wouldn't you say that maybe those tier 1s was what allowed the Weaver to get the Midas and just maybe bounce back?
He can, yeah. It definitely has. And Smoogleague does have that hand of Midas, so it is big in that factor. And the tier 1 is big for Roshan a little bit later on, as there is a tier 1 still alive for the Radiant.
Big smoke gang coming up from AJ here.
Big smoke.
The big smoke.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if you built a pipe, you could smoke from the pipe?
That would be pretty cool, man.
You get a free smoke.
Right. I mean, what do you do with a pipe?
Oh.
Chen, no, please.
Centaur Stomp! Centaur Stomp! That's
no, too low.
Yeah.
Too slow.
Oh, big tornado.
Oh, tornado and the MP. Oh, bye-bye, mana.
He stole
the MP? No, the cold snap. Okay. And he's walking on the the Firefly. Run away, Smolka League. Not enough.
That damage, like the minus armor, from
The Riptide and the
Shadow Fiend, and then the aura on top of that.
yeah.
It's insane damage.
Another reason why I really dislike Shadow Demon as a support, like even if you find 1 or 2 person out in the jungle and you just want to burst him down, Shadow Demon doesn't give you that.
But you
ability
can ulti and then...
Ult doesn't give you any damage until 2 seconds later.
RTC going 1v1 versus Paikat. He was so greedy there, and Paikat is deciding, should I go and kill? And they see Zai, and Zai is low health. Even though Paikat is low health, he maybe wants to go there. He decides not to.
He has no spells.
Yeah.
But Paikat is bottling up. The Wolf form is going to run out right now, but the bench comes here. They see it. No, he's fine. He's fine. There's an MSS as well.
I mean, well,
but he has
here comes a Bat Rider. The Flaming Lasso, not even necessary. They are going to get 1, and Paikat doesn't have his ult. They are going to get 2. That's 2 of the cores.
That was a James. It's fine. Like, it's going really bad, and James is like, it's fine.
It's fine. I mean, they overstay their welcome a little bit, but...
I mean, they could just straight up lose Roche. I think EG, RTG spawns back and they just walk into Roshan. That's what I would do. Or they take the 2-1 mid.
PPD.
How do you feel the game's going? Aside from the 5-13 EG lead.
Well, I mean, if you look at the gold and everything, it's kind of up and down. It's pretty surprising. I mean, the experience is now getting in EG's favor, which is what happens when you get a massive team fight. But other than that, I think Dog has one of those teams where if you have a bad team fight yourself, you lose 2 towers and racks.
Yeah, especially late game. If they get anything on the... get more items than they like it in the Weaver, all of a sudden their towers are gone if they lose a team fight. Like.
And Shadowfiend needs to really go get a BKB.
I think for this, it's maybe to a lesser extent, but EG has the same ability, right? With the carry Venge and carry Shadowfiend. They have a lot of aura in between. They could clear wave fairly quickly, and they right-clicks very hard. So, I mean, if Dog has a bad team fight, I think EG clear towers as well.
Yeah, but I mean, EG are ahead right now. Not only
yeah, barely though.
So I'm saying, yeah.
Well, I think the goal graph is actually a little bit deceptive because it shows that the goal is very even at this moment, but you got to keep in mind that Weaver has no farm right now. He just picked up the Midas, and he's going to pick up in terms of farm. But a lot of the Dog gold is in the 2 supports. And these 2 supports, they don't scale well.
No, they don't. But at the same time, Soul Catcher level 4 allows everything else to scale well.
If you land it. I'm not a big fan of Shadow Demon. That's why.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Shadow Demon scales that badly. Yeah, I think the disruption late game against Shadow Fiend is actually pretty huge if he doesn't have a BKB. Like they'll do a lot of right click damage.
Even if you get a BKB, you still can Demonic Purge.
Yeah, exactly.
Still get the slow.
No, I personally, Shadow Demon is one of my favorite supports.
Dire's bottom tower.
And also, if you disrupt the Lycan or the Invoker and then Howl, the illusions also have the Howl.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you lose more damage for taking them out for 2.5 seconds. Yeah. Meanwhile, Misery is gonna get dragged to the crevice.
Help, says the Misery.
Tearing him up, napalm him up, flame break.
Yeah. Mason got a bit of experience as well.
Pop goes the Misery.
Oh, Universe got that kill, sweet.
I really like this fantasy thing. I think it would add so much more to the games. Like.
Yeah. Hopefully it kind of becomes a thing.
You know what they should do? Here's a petition, a proposal.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like 12 hours before the next DreamLeague week starts, it should give you a pop-up. It's like, hey, DreamLeague starts in 12 hours, your fantasy team.
And tell you who's playing.
You haven't touched your fantasy team in a week. Are you sure you don't want to?
I keep forgetting. I just keep forgetting.
Looks like they're trying to ninja now Roshan here.
Something that I would like in the similar vein would be like that you could set up.
Did you see this? PPD stole hell.
Oh, shoot, that's huge. That is so huge.
And Lycan's like, hold on.
Oh, whoa.
No. Nearly.
Close enough. No cigar. Yeah, I would like a setting where it automatically at the beginning of each day, if you did like when the timer is going to expire that you can't change anymore, try to put as many players that are playing that day as possible.
Oh, okay.
I did mine for the whole DreamLeague. I just went to all the pages and just put all the players in. But
man, you're such a tryhard.
But then, yeah.
Swap goes on Mason. He's gonna force staff himself.
No mana for
out.
Song. Find out who it is.
Now she does.
Oh, here comes the bat ride though. He's gonna go right on Misery, but Misery's gonna get sent back as a result. Arteezy's not being
Bye-bye,
focused,
Misery.
and here comes the
boom.
Requiem.
Bye bye for good.
What? He canceled it. He's just
like,
gonna raise
hold
him.
on.
Okay. All right. Now the Requiem's gonna come through now, but he is gonna pop as a result. Aegis is on him. PPD on the run. League is gonna get 1 kill. The big bad wolf gets ensnared down. Not before he takes down the Naga Siren. Arteezy's now on the run. MSS
is
with a
chasing.
ghost
Oh,
walk.
wow.
He's moving fast.
Careful.
Where's the raise though? He's gonna get pushed away.
the cold
Arteezy
snap.
cannot get off anything because of cold snap.
Smulgulig.
I'm gonna just say that they needed that Requiem to pop right off the song.
Having Misery, like having the tier 1 tower mid, meant Misery could TP back straight away after getting sent home and get
Yes.
straight back into the team fight. Like,
Yes.
I think he was thinking, okay, this song, this Requiem is only hitting Fogged. Fogged is a Chen, low priority target. He already used the sandbag, so there's not much he's going to contribute. There's no hand of well, I think there wasn't. Now he has it, but kind of waited for it. It's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna try and bait Pycat into coming here.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of cases, you just have only one shot and one opportunity. You know, you can't just mess it up, and he did.
oh, were you doing the rap?
What?
Was
I
that
have no
anthem?
idea what you're talking about.
Okay, okay.
Mom spaghetti. Oh, they found Smulgulig.
What a force-half lasso!
He can
Yeah,
time
time
out,
back
and
some time.
It's a very, very overzealous.
Yeah.
Although he did have supports coming. Are they gonna bait Misery?
What?
Just like loads of sentry being just dropped everywhere, and they're gonna clear all of them.
Zai has 1,000 gold. You think he's gonna go for the L Radiance? Like, just go for it?
I think
As a support?
I'll go Midas first before.
No, yeah.
If I want to
Okay.
be really greedy as a support, I'll go Midas.
I mean,
It'd be ballsy. I don't think he'd do it either, but
Necro 3 on the Lycan, Gem on the Bat Rider. I think I'm getting a cold from this studio. My throat is starting to itch. But yeah, I mean, if Andy got one.
By the way, MSS is behind the tower and he's being seen because there's a gem available.
Yeah. The zoning.
he's running to the fountain to TP. Yeah.
This is very
Well, look-
questionable. This is very. Oh, he's creating a
Look
lot
how
of
fa-
space.
look how fast he
He's
is.
creating so much space right now. By the way,
Holy shit.
he's gonna force that down
Yeah,
to
he's
low
sweet.
ground.
Holy shit,
Where you
that's
guys
so
all at?
He has Tornado.
Flame break. Flame break's gonna kill him.
He had Invoke up.
It's okay. Space created.
Attack.
good. Sort of. But now he doesn't get the value from that neither.
But they get
are fortified.
maybe like a lot of damage to tier
No,
2.
they just baited out Glyph. Not worth.
Start on the Necro
Look at the
minion.
babies. They're doing so much damage.
I mean,
Go, babies.
don't put it in 9-range priest.
Ow. It's not in the night range.
Yeah, good.
Shadow Demon, happy with those arcane boots and 1,000 gold. He probably should be going for 4 stuff now.
Earn,
Hey.
maybe?
What?
An earn, yeah.
I think Jay has an urn. No, he doesn't. He has a mech. Yeah, he could be going for an urn. Make you a little bit more tanky.
2 Necro books on dog. They like their pets.
It's being what worked last week. I mean, you get
Bot lane?
heroes that can push.
Smoog League.
He can't kill Arteezy.
Smoog League.
I don't know,
with
the
the
minus
how
armor,
damage,
yeah.
BKB TP forced
Look how much
out.
damage it is.
Fight him. Look at him. What do you mean you can't kill Arteezy?
Where are you at? Where are you at?
Woof, woof.
That damage. man.
Literally from...
He got the crit on the,
yeah,
on
man.
the attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never underestimate Lycan damage output.
30% chance to crit. No problem.
All right. Bat
30
Rider.
is a lot, if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. Well, Juggernaut's what, like 40?
Level 4, it's...
I think it's like 25% chance to get a 20% crit or something.
It's higher than that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like...
It's the highest chance,
Yeah.
lowest, worst crit, I think.
Look.
Either his or Wraith King, now I'm thinking.
I thought Chaos Knight has the worst crit.
So many...
Worst
No,
in terms
no,
of
worst-
average damage.
Yeah, but it's... No, what I'm saying is Blade Dance is like worst multiplier.
Yeah, 35% chance for
35%
200%.
of 200%.
Yeah.
And what about Wraith King?
Are we just looking up crits right now?
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually very... I'm looking at Smoog League and his recovery has been quite admirable.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah. I mean, Smulgulig is... he used to be a really, really consistent player when he played for CLG. He was Pycat, Misery, they would have their up and downs. Who else was there? Miracle. Not Miracle, the Naga.
Loda.
Miracle. And Loda. they would be players that were very irregular. But Smulgulik, like he was just like a clock.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been proving here, like, yeah, he has some help from those towers that his team helped him push.
It made a huge difference.
But sometimes a jump start is all you need, right?
Yeah.
I really admire players like that. Burning comes to mind. TC from Liquid comes to mind. Like the players that are just rock solid every single game.
Well, he was 0
and 3.
Yeah.
Lost his tier 1 tower, got killed 3 times.
I mean, he's 1 and 4 now. It doesn't look like he's doing much better, and he doesn't have 100 CS. But if you look at what he has, he almost has a Lincoln. Hopefully, he doesn't die for this small gun.
Fogged, I think.
Fog, I think it's okay. Fog that here.
It's like a chain.
It's completely
The
fine.
tank.
If Fog dies, it's like Space created. Here comes Pycat. He turned into a wolf. Arteezy is trying to get there. He's taking a lot of damage. This is not going kind of well. Like,
no.
They're running away. They don't want to commit here. They don't want to fight.
PPD is going to get picked off on the back line. Look at this Wolf army. They're moving fast. 4 staff on Mason so he can get away. Do they have any initiation whatsoever to catch up? MSS, where are you at? You're the fastest guy.
Body blocks?
We need a Tornado. Tornado in 4 seconds. He's going to have 4 staff available as well. Mason being body blocked. Can he make it out? They're trying to save him, but they might lose more as a result. Here comes his cold snap. They still have Tornado. It's going to not pick anyone up from Blink. But guess what? They are right in front of the tier 3 tower as a result of this long chase.
Held up in 8 seconds.
Yep, they could actually just go for a tier 3 or Roshan's not up. Never mind, just go for the tier 3, man.
They decide not to. I think they could have afforded to do some damage. The song is not up. Arteezy is mid trying to push. Yeah, he's gonna get an invisibility room, but what's that gonna make?
Are they gonna try to cut him off? They don't have detection.
They're drawing arrows.
Uh-oh. I think Misery is gonna get picked off if the
Yeah.
They should have seen that there is. Oh, they're gonna go for Universe. That's it. The bugs on him. The Centaur stop. Okay, Sunstrike's gonna come through the 4 staff though. He's gonna bring himself out. The minus arm being alive. The damage
and the gem.
Yeah, more quickly.
Holy
the gem
shit.
being dropped. Okay, Team
That
Dog.
time lapse from Smuggling must have been like a quarter of a second, if not less.
And if we take a look at the goal graph, Team Dog is slowly catching up. In fact, they're taking the edge. 4,000 goal league. Much thanks to the double hand of Midas on their 2 cores.
And also the Necrobooks in the towers. Like that's.
Are you having fun? I'm having fun with this game.
This game's amazing.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Good game.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those guys that sometimes like, this game is boring. But this game, I mean, I really like games where the team that has a
swap going on Pycat. Can they lock him down? The EMP tornado is gonna come through defensive. Shadow Demon, but that's going to put Pycat taking a full duration of ult, but he still survives. He is going to be fine. Meanwhile, the Rax is fully exposed. Are they going to right-click heroes? Yes, they are. Mason out of mount and Max Fog. But they're going to focus on Fog. Fog is going to get burst down once again, but he's a Chen. He used everything. Song can allow them to re-engage. PPT, by the way, stolen Wolf. He's just running on the back lines.
He's so cute.
Woof, woof, woof. Run away, MSS.
He has Invoke.
Defensive disruption.
All right, he's going to be fine.
Can you
lift it up?
He can do it.
They have sentries.
Actually, what happened there was he tried to turn around to cast the spell, and because of the Batrider, he couldn't actually cast it.
Sneak in a palm. Oh, Misery, please, no. Run away.
He used a smoke for himself just to get more MS, and it's not going to get broken.
Nearly has Blink Dagger. Or 4 staff, I guess. He's coming.
Yeah, 4 staff would be better on him. But wow, I mean, I was saying, I really like these games where the team that's not in the lead in kills is actually the one dictating the tempo.
Yeah.
And if you look at that, I mean, EG is getting the kills, but the gold and the experience, they're all going in Dog's favor. So woof woof for these guys. I mean, maybe they're called Team Dogs because they're so good with Lycan, but that guy is creating so much space.
I think it's a lot to do with Lycan. Like, definitely, he's one of them heroes that can just give everyone
damage.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a Quaswex Invoker, which is not known for damage. You have Smugleek, who has a Lincoln Sphere, which is definitely not known for damage yet, but they're out-damaged the entirety of Team EG. I gotta say, though, if this was...
Oh, Batrider's on the hunt.
Is he gonna die? They need to perfectly change the they have so much damage.
So good.
And Roshan should be coming back soon.
It's still about a minute, maybe a little bit less, 40 seconds.
Yeah, the difference I've seen in this Naga Shadow Fiend combo, Aoi and Envy, they seem to combo it very well. Right? The Requiem always goes off right under the carry, and they do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I feel like the communication between Arteezy as well as Zai need to be improved upon.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. I mean, one would think it's not much about... It's not that hard, because you said, like, you don't even have to communicate. A Shadow Fiend is not like something that you press a button and it comes out. once you press the button, you know exactly when the Requiem. So it's up to the Naga player to quit, to stop the song.
Yeah.
Well, it's also when she casts the song. Because if she casts the song when there's not enough players in position.
Exactly.
Right.
Or when Arteezy decides to not to Requiem the Chen because it's a low priority target or whatever else. So, I don't know.
Well, but I mean, the Chen thing, I wouldn't blame it on communication. I'll blame it on decision making from Arteezy.
Okay.
Like, that's not a problem that you can solve with communication.
From Zai, maybe? Because he didn't actually get Paikat in the song?
A song is a song. Like, you can't say, okay, please. It's not. You're not taking a picture here. You're not taking a photograph.
Well,
They're like, no, a little bit more to the left, please. Yeah, now smile and raise your left hand. Oh, Naya is saying.
I think you are kind of taking a photo though, because you want to wait for them to be grouped up. That's the idea.
Yeah, but you can't force them to group out.
But you can wait.
And they maybe they never.
Very interesting discussion.
I mean, I said before a year ago, they're getting like an RP is like finding true love.
Okay.
Like sometimes we settle for just a 1-man RP, but if we wait long enough, we find a 5-man.
But it might be too late.
But it might be too late, and you might never get it just because you never got with a 4-man RP or the 3-man RP. And I think the Naga Silence song is like taking a beautiful picture. It's like a Kodak moment.
Okay, now true love is like a hook. Sometimes you go for it.
You're going a dangerous path there. Just stick with hook.
Okay, an arrow.
Okay,
It's the same thing, right? Like you have to take the shot.
You had to take the shot.
This is more for the Asian fellows, the Asian viewers out there. Because we Asians were more timid. We're more introverted sometimes to ourselves. Right? You go and talk to that girl.
Right.
Lumi approved. Go.
Right.
Go right now. Well, not right now.
After the game.
I go and talk to the 5 of them. It's pretty much the same.
Sometimes five of them girls.
Well, sometimes you get the 5, sometimes you only get 1 or 2. But hey,
when do you ever get the 5?
Bruno's got the shotgun approach. Spray and pray.
No, the shotgun is morphling.
Okay.
Spray and pray. That sounds so wrong.
Anyways, AG's gonna get Roche. No
steal from the wolf.
No wolf deny or snatch.
The Paikat, no, Paikat, please.
Tornado is gonna pick everybody up. The wolf will try to run out there, but he's on a cliff. He's alive. The song. Push him. Well, Arteezy got pushed to the low ground. What a play here! They're gonna burst him down. That was Misery, by the way. Now he's completely trapped. Smooth Click's gonna go on. BKB gonna get popped. Arteezy going to the right click, but he's losing a lot more HP, and he is gonna go down. He's on Manta style.
It's not enough. He's
gonna Gemini attack.
Gemini.
And now it's cleanup time, baby. Zai. Zai goes 4 stuff. Tornado, there's a tornado. And a disruption. Make up your mind, guys. Stop him, but stop him with only 1 spell.
Well, the tornado actually gave vision for the disruption.
Yeah, but it would have caught him anyways.
Well, you never know, man. It could have been that split second.
And guess what?
Why take the risk?
The tier 3 is very much in danger of being brought down because they now have a Desolator on Weaver. I gotta say, Misery MVP of that team fight. MVP voting for him because he pushed Shadow Fiend with the Aegis to a low ground.
Misery?
Next level play.
MSS.
Can I ask why Smulgo League actually pops the link in on himself?
Didn't
it doesn't have better cooldown?
Yeah, like if someone uses on him now, it's the cooldown goes down. Yeah, see? Yeah. No.
What? No.
It didn't happen. I think it used to be like that and they changed it.
Nice disruption. Beautiful. Now he can time lapse away from there. And he also burned pretty much everyone's mana. There's no possibility from chasing. Yeah, Universe still has the mana, but everyone else.
But they defended. Like
they did.
They did, yeah.
I mean, they defended. You gotta keep in mind though, Chen didn't have his army there, and Lycan definitely was not there. So it wasn't, it wasn't exactly a true 5v5.
There was no Necro Book 3. Well, there was 1, but there were no 2 Necro Book 3. And how hard is it to defend against 2 Necro Book 3s? It's sometimes I feel. Sometimes I feel the pure damage nuke needs some kind of rework.
Like, is in less damage?
No, like in some easier way to like. What if instead of okay, like crazy idea. What if instead of just like doing damage to the killer, it exploded when it died and it dealt damage in an AoE? So you can still like kill it at the distance.
That'd be OP as shit.
No, because if you can kill it at distance, then it doesn't do any damage.
Then it'd destroy your whole creep wave.
What it feels like right now is that this is actually really strong.
2 Necros. Just
Arteezy is eating the Necro, but it's eating his life points. Here comes. He needs to pop his BKB. He's walking in. No fear for Arteezy. But he's dropping low, man.
Oh, here comes the wolf. Big bad wolf.
Cold snap and
Focus
the
on
Weaver
Mason.
attacks.
Mason forced after himself out after popping the mech, but it's going to be Team Dog that's more resilient. Ice Wall gets dropped down. They're not focusing on the melee racks.
Baby
they take
Wolf
the
out.
range racks, and here comes
Now
a
the song?
This is more.
Arteezy's walking in, but there's just he's not in position to drop anything, and the
He's
song
popping
does
a song.
nothing. Yep, they're gonna just run away. Pycat gets defensively disrupted again.
was so good.
Oh my god, Misery winning the game. Tornado is gonna pick people up in the air. Pycat though, wolf
right away,
form
good
in
one.
8 seconds. Mason's right clicking away, not doing too much. It's gonna be Smoogly that's doing way more right click. Mason's gonna go down. The racks again exposed, and it's gonna go down to a couple more right click. They will
buybacks.
also retreat.
You said the MVP was Misery, and I'm gonna agree with you. But I want to give like the second MVP or like the effort award of the day to Smulguli.
Okay, yeah.
Such a horrible start.
Yes.
Such a horrible, and he doesn't have many items.
You know what? He's probably gonna win the MVP because we only choose cores here at DreamLeague.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
we
Well, I mean,
only
okay,
choose
okay.
cores.
If what I was thinking right now, if we had to call the MVP before this game, for the week, I would say PPD. Because what he did in past game was better than what anyone did any of the 2 games here. Like, yesterday there were no MVPs.
Yeah.
The first game with Fnatic just having to GG because of the Steam problems, no MVP there. The second game was Cloud9.
Yeah.
Like Cloud9 played well, but no one really stood in. So last game, PPD doing really, really well. This game, Misery. Behind that's Mulguli.
So we have 2 supports fighting it out so far.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Nah, people are saying Smoogly guys. He's got the Death Soul, man. The big deeps.
I think a lot of his comeback was because of his team, though. It wasn't like they got every single tower within like.
Oh sure, I mean it's definitely a team effort. I mean he had a lot of space in his jungle as well. So,
Yeah.
but we can't take anything away from Smoogly, who
Look at the wolf smelling Shadowfiend's butt.
Hunting him down.
and then it died.
Smells like
Smells
soul.
like shadow.
Soul. Soul shadows.
Shadows of the soul. So what do you do now? You're EG. You're corner. You lost a Rax. You lost a tier 3. You have a hero that can potentially, I think, out carry everyone else.
He's going for Radiance.
Is
You
he?
mean Zai?
Yep.
He's got 3,300.
I think it's a mistake.
Why?
Because, I mean, late Radiance is not that big. The supports are tanky enough, and there's no skill that would be interrupted by Radiance. Like, there's no blink daggers or something that you can say, okay, because I have a Radiance, I can actually
Hold
do
that thought, Bruno. Here comes the biggest smoke gang ever. It's gonna be Universe leading the charge. Misery will be a good target. It's gonna be self-destruct on Misery. Tornado's gonna come through to clear the wave, and everybody's gonna come through. Oh, it's gonna be PPD dying first right at the get-go. And it's gonna be a defensive.
Jesus.
Look,
Where's Aaron Shaker? Someone call Aaron Shaker.
oh my! This is the death ball. Look at this army.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. Rubik has to ride back. PPD, no, don't lose those fantasy points. Come on, man.
Just go in the range
defend.
racks? Is that
Yeah,
the-
they're
There's no
going-
song, so no setup, and another range racks would just go bite the dust.
And the damage on Arteezy tried. Oh,
my god! Oh my god!
Arteezy with.
I'm gonna just say too easy for Arteezy? Question
Oh
mark.
my! He just
GG. Perfectly called. Perfectly called.
Was it like the test of faith?
No,
Or
it
did
was
he
the
kill
babies.
just two
The
necro
necro
bugs.
creeps.
So Chen has a necro as well.
Yeah, Chen is a necro
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he killed 3 necros, and he killed himself.
Yep.
And he calls GG.
Well played. And he also calls Ausiad Miav 3
He just smashed his head off his keyboard.
I tried to throw, boy. It says Misery. No, you didn't. Fucking Misery. You're the MVP of the game.
What an ending.
Team Dog, man. Beating Cloud9. Beating EG.
Well, I want to say EG beat themselves.
Did they really? Did they really? I mean,
I think this game.
what did they do wrong?
Okay, so EG, when they win games, they win big.
Right.
I feel like aside from that one game they played against Liquid in some other tournament, to me they never had really close games. This was one of those hard-fought close games, and the coordination just was not there between the support and the rest of the team.
They did have a stand-in in the game. He did actually play pretty well in both games.
He did.
But it just...
Well, actually, I take that back. I feel like I'm putting too much blame on the 2 supports not coordinating, when on the other side you're dealing with the tornado, which is really hard to position against.
The EMP.
The EMPs, the disruptions, the sendback. It's really just hard to lock down anybody. So credit to the supports on Team Dog. And EG dropped the game to a very well-played Team Dog.
Yeah.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof, indeed. So, guys, we're going to a break right now. When we come back, we have more EG. This time not against Team Dog. This time they're going to play against ROG. We're going to see what happens with that. Will they be able to end up 2-1 on the day, 1-2? It's all up to ROG. See you in a bit.